Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Jill Budgie and this is my colleague Jenny Cook.
Hello.
She's just going to listen to us. And your names are?
My name is Cyrielle Bouwen.
I'm Christopher Dreger.
And where are you from, Cyrielle?
I'm from Belgium.
And where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Can I have your mark sheets, please? Thank you. Now, first of all, I'd like to know something about each of you. Cyrielle, can you tell me a little about your work or studies and about your ambitions for the future?
Well, I recently graduated from my studies from economy, and now I want to apply for a job with the European Union to just implement my studies in my future work.
Thank you. And now, Christopher, I'd like to know something about your work or studies and why you chose these studies.
I recently finished school in Germany and I'm going to study economics at Heidelberg Business School. And I'm here in England to improve my English to have better job chances at the market.
Okay, thank you. And now, Christopher, could you tell me how important you think imports or exports are to Germany?
I think it's very important because the majority of the money made in Germany is based on exports. Germany exports a lot of technology into other countries, and mostly the imports are just daily goods because they are cheaper to produce in China, where the wages are lower.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, Cyrielle, could you tell me what effect you think advertising has on people in Belgium?
Well, I think it has a huge effect in Belgium because all people, wherever you go, you see the advertisement. You see it in newspapers, you see it in television. For example, a recent activity in Belgium is to put advertisement on all the buses and on the trains. So I think it has a very huge impact on people in Belgium. Okay, I think, yeah. I think it's... if you see it, it's everywhere, and I think people in Belgium really, they follow the advertisement, and they just, if they see it and it appeals to them, they really get into it and probably buy the product.
Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a choice of 3 different topics. I'd like you to select one of the topics and give a short presentation on it for about a minute. You'll have a minute to prepare this, and you can make notes if you want. After you've finished your talk, your partner will ask you a question. All right? Here are your topics. Please don't write anything on the booklet. Now, Christopher, which topic have you chosen?
I've
A, B or C?
Topic A.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk about the importance of being willing to make long business trips.
Okay. Cyrielle, please listen carefully to Christopher's talk and then ask him a question about it.
Okay.
I think we're living in a global village, and so international companies or trusts have not only one department in one country, but several departments in several countries. The development may take place in Germany or in another European country, but the production line will be situated in another country, maybe Eastern Europe, China, because the wages are lower. and the product is cheaper and because of that more competitive in the market. But there has to be a link between the departments. For instance, maybe you have to make sure your product has a good quality, and that has to be proved by several executives or maybe just another department. And people have to travel to the production line in the other country.
Thank you. Now, Cyrielle, please ask Christopher a question about his talk.
Well, I was just wondering what your opinion was on the subject. So if your boss would ask you to travel abroad, would you do it? And if not, can you give some other solutions for this problem or for this topic?
Personally, I would travel. But another solution would be just to have a telephone conference. But I think that important decisions have to be made face to face.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Christopher. Now, Cyrielle, which topic have you chosen? A, B or C?
I also chose topic A. And it's about the importance of reassuring customers about security of internet transactions.
Christopher, please listen carefully to Cyrielle's talk and then ask her a question about it.
Well, personally, I think that internet transactions are the future. Everybody is going to use them, but it's very easy to use, and not everybody has to go to a bank to just make a transaction. But we have to consider that we're living in dangerous times and the internet is not very safe, so we need some reassurance for the clients or customers that they know that everything is going to happen safe and that some other people don't get knowledge of their personal information or their bank accounts, because that would be a disaster. So that is why I think that is very important to reassuring the customers for internet transactions.
Thank you. Now, Christopher, please ask Cyrielle a question about her talk.
Do you think that there is a future for traditional bank branches as we know them?
There is a future, yeah, but I think to make transactions, I think it would be easier to do it just through the internet, because people don't have the time to just always go to a bank when the bank is open, because some banks close at 5, and if you have to work until 5, it's very difficult to get there in time. But I do think they have a future, but not for doing transactions. I think it's better to give. If you have information about a loan, you still go to a bank. You can't do that over the internet, so they still have a future.
Thank you. Can I have the booklets, please? Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, you're going to discuss something together. You'll have 30 seconds to read this task carefully, and then about 3 minutes to discuss and decide about it together. You should give reasons for your decisions and opinions. You don't need to write anything. Is that clear?
Yes.
I'm just going to listen and then ask you to stop after about 3 minutes. Please speak so that we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I think it's necessary to take a leisure activity outside the office and not in the office, so everybody is very relaxed and they want to know the other persons or the other team members. I don't know what your opinion is on the subject, but...
I agree. It is important to produce yourself as you are,
yeah,
and not in a stiff atmosphere of an office. The leisure activities would be a great solution for that. And I think there are enough activities you have to rely to another person. So it would be a good thing to go climbing, for instance, with a team of 2 persons, one from one company and one from the other one. What do you think, Surya?
Well, I think it's very useful to put a lot of people from different companies together. So you don't have the one company and the other company, so mix them up. And then I think it would be very useful for them to get to know each other. And for example, sailing or some other activity would also be very useful. For a work project, I would put people from the same level with each other and just let them maybe think about a new logo or a new slogan. But I don't know, what do you think? Do you have other ideas?
I think a good work project would be a new philosophy for the company that everybody of the new company can identify with.
Yeah.
I think it is vital to put people together, but it has to be the main body of the company. Not just the top executives working together, but the department managers, the people actually doing the work.
Yeah, everybody together, I think.
Yes.
But also the top managers, because they have to know each other too, because you have top managers from the one company and top managers from the other company, and they have to get along also, because otherwise you're going to have problems in your top management, and
I agree.
Then you have a lot of problems. And yeah, of course, the benefits are that if you do the team building activity, that everybody's noses face the same direction, so everybody has the same opinion, and everybody gets along with everybody.
Yeah, it's just the effectiveness of the company would be much better than without these activities. And a company would be ineffective if there's not proper teamwork.
Yeah, and I think it's also necessary to include everybody in the takeover, so that everybody knows what's going on and that there are no secrets for the employees.
I definitely agree, Soya.
Yeah.
Thank you. What benefits do you think individual employees get from working in a strong team?
Could you maybe repeat the question?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
What benefits do you think individual employees get from working in a strong team?
Well, they would definitely improve their own qualities, because working with a strong team, you automatically pick up other things from your teammates. So I think they would improve their self or their own capabilities a lot, just by being in a strong team.
Yes. And I think or most people have a lack of one quality, maybe several qualities, which would be added by other colleagues of the team. Mm-hmm. So that one team is a big group with all the qualities needed to fulfill the job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the ideal number of people to work in a team?
That's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, because it depends on the project that they're working on, but I think maybe 5 or 6. I think that's a good number, because then you don't have a lot of people and you can speak your own mind, and they're not always shouting at each other maybe. So
a bigger team would be just ineffective.
Yeah, because everybody would start shouting.
Do you think a company needs individualists as well as team workers?
Yeah, of course, because everybody contributes to the company. So, but I think that the people or the individualists need to make an effort to work in a team sometimes, but if they want to do their own thing or they need to do their own thing, they should do that.
Yes, I think individualists have the ambition to reach a goal, and they can take a team with them to just reach the goal. And but I do think I definitely agree with Cyril that also individualists have to work in a team also from time to time. It's essential that you have to share information.
Thank you. That's the end
Thank
of the
you.
test.